So the NHL Draft has come and gone. A couple of big players drafted off the board early. A couple of interesting moves made as well. Let's take a look at that. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. And let's take a look at this year's NHL Draft review. Alright, so the NHL Draft. We saw some interesting things occur during the draft. Not as much trade action as some would hope. We did see one team trade up in the draft to acquire their player, but that was pretty much it. No surprise for the top two picks, at the very least. We have the Devils picking up Jack Hughes, the center that everybody's been talking about for a while now, and he's going to be a cornerstone piece there with the New Jersey Devils. Great pickup for the Devils. You know, he's going to be a good player there for the Devils. Definitely a good pickup, and him and Hischier down the middle is going to be really deadly for the New Jersey Devils. Taking a look at the New York Rangers, no surprise to anyone. They pick up the Finnish guy, Kaapo Kakko. Great pickup for the Rangers as well. They add some more depth at the wing. Great pickup for the Rangers. And now we see the Blackhawks, who were pretty much going to set up the whole top 10, because you look at who they were going to pick and then Colorado after. It would have some, the Avalanche having 4 and I believe 15 or 16. They would have a say on if there was a Bowen Byram available, which he was. They'd probably go for a center with that second pick, and that's exactly what they did. So the Blackhawks at number 3 pick up Kirby Dach, the big center, one of the bigger guys in the draft. He's already 210 pounds, 6'4", a big guy there for the Blackhawks, and hoping to be a cornerstone piece for the Blackhawks. Retool or rebuild at this point. Big pickup there. Obviously at number 4 we see the Colorado Avalanche pick up defenseman Bowen Byram with that pick. Kind of rounding out the top 10, we saw Trevor Zegras go to the Anaheim Ducks, who was very highly thought of coming into the draft, possibly number 3. He went all the way down at 9 to the Ducks. At number 10, we saw Vasily Podkolzin go to the Vancouver Canucks, Cole Caulfield to the Montreal Canadiens, Philip Broberg to Edmonton. So a couple of really good picks there early in the top 10. We saw Spencer Knight head to the Buffalo Sabres, Victor Soderstrom to the Arizona Coyotes, which the Coyotes drafted up, traded up for that pick. I keep saying that. They traded up for that pick, and they made that trade with the Philadelphia Flyers at number 11, so the Flyers got that. They dropped back to 14th, gave up their 11th, and the Flyers were also able to pick up a mid-second, early third-round pick as well. Later on, we see a couple of names that we were expecting to see go in the top 31. That did not. We saw Bobby Brink fall. A couple of other players. Another player that kind of threw everybody off was the New York Islanders selecting, a European that really could have been drafted at number 40, which was a little bit of a shock, especially to me. Interesting to see the Islanders go off the board. They probably could have moved down in the second or third round for that guy. But the Islanders felt that they were going to keep the pick and draft him then. Good pickup for the Islanders. But overall, the draft was very interesting. And things definitely picked up in day 2, because we saw the trade action really heating up. It all started with PK Subban being traded to the New Jersey Devils. So day 1, the New Jersey Devils get Jack Hughes with the number 1 pick, and they pick up arguably one of the elite defensemen in the NHL in PK Subban. Great pickup for the Devils. They got him at a pretty low cost. Steve Santini, Davies, and a 2019, which was this year, and a 2020 second-round pick to the Nashville Predators. So seems like everything is kind of changing there in Nashville. They're probably making room for a guy like Matt Duchene, Roman Josi re-signing, things like that. But overall, a good trade there for both sides. The Preds relieved themselves of $9 million. And the Devils, who were one of the teams with the most cap in the NHL, just cleaned out, put a lot of money there. So good pickup for the Devils as well at a fairly low cost. The Predators did not retain any of that $9 million cap hit as well. So good trade overall. We see the Vancouver Canucks, the team hosting the draft there in Vancouver, picking up JT Miller from the Tampa Bay Lightning for a conditional first, a third, and Marek Mazanek. So interesting trade there. Really not super surprising, I guess, because the Canucks seem to want to address the issue down the middle, and they were able to do that with this trade. I'm not sure what the conditions are for the first and third. I assume maybe playoff implications, performance, things like that. But we'll have to see what happens. As well as, the news that Ryan Callahan has a career-ending surgery. I'm probably going to make a video about that as well, because that is, that's tough news. A former New York Ranger captain traded to traded down to Tampa, and his money will be off the cap when he goes on the LTIR in September. And JT Miller moves his contract as well for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So a little bit more cap flexibility. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Braden Point contract extension in the very near future. We just saw them bring back Braden Coburn. So overall, good news somewhat in Tampa Bay. It is tough to see Ryan Callahan have the issues he has, but I question the timing if there's a little bit more to this. But I wish Ryan Callahan the best of luck. A great player. I did not like him when he was with the New York Rangers, but I did he started to grow on me when he was in Tampa, so great guy. So overall, really, draft day, post-draft day, day 2 of the draft was pretty crazy, and everything started hitting us at once, probably around noon to 3 o'clock. There were all these big trades, and we saw this a couple of years ago when Subban was traded last time, and then the Drouin Sergachev trade, and the Taylor Hall, Adam Larson trade as well during that time. So there was a lot going on, but overall, a great draft. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get to watch most of the first round. I was stuck at work, but it happens, right? So thank you for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe. Make sure to check out our Instagram @GoalLineHockey. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.